Welcome everyone to VTuber Weekly, where we go over recent VTuber news and do a bit of a deep dive into a specific VTuber topic. I'm Soul.
And I'm CPT.
Let's get started.
First off in the list we have is a brand new app in Hololive called Hololive Fan Club. Looking at this app in the store page, you can enjoy various contents such as live broadcasts, videos, news, blogs, and many more. In addition to paid member-only content, you can only quickly check some free viewing content and the latest information. Seems like the alternate version of Twitter, but I have to say, it's such a shame that it's not translated to English audiences. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, man, but when I see this app that's not translated to English, it's like watching anime without subtitles. I mean, you might get the gist of it, but you'll miss all the nuances and the jokes.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I tried to download it. All I could find on the App Store was like this bootleg Hololive app from like 5 years ago, apparently. I don't know why it's on there. But I'm sure I'm sure they'll eventually release an English version.
Oh yeah. Well, do you have the Apple phone?
Yeah. In the iOS store.
Well, they have it uploaded in the Samsung. Well, not the English translated, but the Android Samsung from the
Google store. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they?
Yeah, I downloaded it and I'm looking at it. I was like, oh damn, I can't read this.
It must be nice though.
Yeah, but it's a shame I can't read it.
You know what the Google store doesn't have?
What?
Pokemon Sleep.
It does.
It does?
Google Store has Pokemon Sleep. It's just the forward for it is not compatible with it, bro.
Oh, okay. Next time then. Next time. All right, next story.
Next story we have here is, we were quite surprised, to me and all other fans alike. Hachima has finally came back with an update of her hiatus due to her poor health. Or should I say comeback. And basically what she had told fans of her recovery, and like she's fine, but she's not fully recovered,
Yeah. I mean, I do want to say it was nice of her to release two versions. I saw the video and she released like an English version as well as the Japanese one. And that was very nice of her, and her English has gotten really well. So that was kind of sweet. Yeah, I mean, It's been a while, dude, but people get sick, and apparently Hachima, I don't really know the details but I know she had issues with poor health and stuff. The good thing is she wants to return, right? It's not like she wants to graduate or anything like that. But I always liked her content because she always used to do different, like unique things. She used to implement unique ideas into her streams, even though they were kind of in the border of is it safe for YouTube and whatnot with the with some of the stuff she'd do.
And but all the crazy stuff that she's been eating too. Yeah,
the spider stuff. How can we forget such classics? But I mean, all her lore thing, like I think she's one of the few VTubers I really got interested in the lore side of things, because I do like reading up on the lores for other VTubers, but not as much as other people, I'm sure. But for her, it was really interesting, and I wanted to know more about it, like that whole thing with Hachima and the alternate personality and this and that. It was very cool, and I liked that she would implement her lore with like streams you wouldn't expect them to be implemented with, like for example, like karaoke streams she'd have, or just these weird things where she'd just be standing there doing nothing, just looking at the screen. I still remember those.
It's scary.
Yeah, I also like that unnerving thing she'd do. I mean, the content she'd do, some of it would be kind of unnerving and I don't know, a little bit of horror, and I've always liked horror things. So yeah, I mean, hopefully she'll recover soon and we'll be able to see more of her.
Yes, please take care of yourself, Hachama.
Please do if you're watching us by any chance.
Take care of yourself.
Very unlikely, but yeah. Next story.
Next, in the list we have here is an anime New York City 2023 to whoever is attending. Guess what? Hololive English is attending the convention. And you know who it is, man?
Who?
Well, it's Hololive and Vid.
Oh, no way.
Oh, yes, way, my friend.
It's
all of the
together.
girls will be there. If you want to meet them, you better buy your passes, bro.
Must be nice being able to go to Anime NYC, huh?
Yeah, if you live there, it'd be cheaper.
I'm sure people, I'm sure people travel. It's a pretty big convention, but I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
Same.
Yeah,
Please
but
don't.
yeah, that's dope. I mean, I know they're like, what is it called? Hololive Meet? Like that program thing they're doing. I'm not sure.
Oh.
It's part of that, I think. It's part of Hololive Meet thing where they're going like different places around the world and having, you know, their VTubers be there, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's actually Hololive Meet.
Yeah, it's Hololive Meet. Very cool.
Indeed. But hold on, before we move on to the next one,
Right.
there's like a surprise guest that's also coming to the convention.
Are we about to spoil the surprise? Let's spoil the
We have
surprise.
to spoil it. We have to spoil it.
Let's spoil it like I
It's
spoil.
Hoshimachi Suse. It's not just coming to the concert, but bringing along Mori Calliope.
What? Calliope Mori, the
Yes.
Grim Reaper's princess herself, is gonna
The
be
Grim
there
Reaper herself.
in the virtual flesh.
Yeah. I wonder what
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
duet they'll be singing.
Right. I think they've done they've definitely done songs together, I want to say. I can't name them off the top of my head, but I do remember.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Like, I know Suise is like a very good singer. So anytime anyone gets a chance to see her perform live, that's awesome.
If you want to know the date that they'll perform on, it's on November 17th this year.
It's coming up soon.
Yep.
Better
Very soon.
better get that credit card out and fly to NYC. Not tomorrow, today.
Today!
Today. All right.
Alright. Let's move on, shall we?
Next
We have the Vox Akuma ASMR controversy. Or should I say, YouTube being a little bitch.
Damn.
Just kidding. YouTube, please don't nuke us, please.
Don't nuke us. YouTube. All of a sudden, like, our live goes down as soon as we say that.
You just see that like, oh, sorry, the stream's not, down.
That's not available.
Firstly, why is Vox deleting his 18 plus ASMR content? I mean, isn't it like equivalent of trying to unsee something you can never unsee? Or like when you accidentally walk in on your parents wrestling on the bed and then proceed to burn your eyes out? No. It's because YouTube always be changing the rules, man. It's like trying to play chess with a pigeon. They just strut around, knock over the pieces, and they declare themselves the winner. I bet Fox must be feeling like he's in a never-ending game of whack-a-mole with the YouTube guidelines.
Yeah, I mean, let me pull up the Vox sauce. That's what I named it, the Vox sauce. But yeah, I mean, he pretty much explains all of the ASMR vids he had to delete, I guess, on this post he did. But I know there was like a big crackdown from YouTube on a lot of ASMR content in general, like not just adult 18 plus content. Like YouTube was even being like, even though it wasn't against the guidelines, they're being kind of annoying with just a lot of ASMR content. So I know it was affecting a lot of creators that do ASMR content. And it was funny because I was experimenting with ASMR content, like, I don't know, almost a year ago. And when that started happening, I was like, yeah, let me use this as an excuse to stop it.
Yeah, you should.
I did. It was like 9 months ago.
Yeah, I can remember it vividly.
The cringe. You remember the cringe? It gives you shivers of joy, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, but that's Fox for you.
But here's the thing though, guys. Fox isn't just hitting the delete button. Oh no. He's going to all in with the permanent deletion. But don't worry. Fox promises to still be streaming the content you know and love. Just know it's gonna be a bit like going from a spicy R-rated movie to a PG-rated Disney flick. Get ready for Fox's soothing ASMR where he'll be whispering things like, "Did you know that sea cucumbers breathe through their butts?"
I see.
Yeah. But the Fox is here to stay, whispering sweet age-appropriate nothings in your ear.
I know he says he deleted all of these ASMR videos and stuff, so I guess maybe they gave him some leeway to leave some, because I clicked on one just earlier today because I wanted to see what his other ASMR videos were like, and I just clicked on a random part of it, and the first thing I hear is him saying something about having cum on his face. So I don't know if that's not counted as 18 plus, but YouTube is unpredictable like that.
Right?
It still sucks though, because I mean, if that's his thing, that's his thing, yeah, and that's definitely his thing.
His shtick.
His shtick. All right, what's next?
What's next we have is some spicy news from the world of virtual idols.
Ooh, more spice.
Exole, the virtual sensation, is making an appearance in Niji Fest. I can already hear the fans losing their minds, and it will happen at December 23rd this year.
A good start to the holidays, huh? Yeah, I've never seen a Niji Fest concert. Is it? I'm assuming it's like the Hololive ones, right? I don't really know.
I hope so.
Yeah. Exoleo's exceptional holiday. Yeah, check it out if you're a Niji fan. If you're not a Niji fan, I'm sure it's gonna be dope, since they got that money to spend on big events.
On to the next. Here's an interesting news you guys might hear. Konami decided to launch their very own VTuber company that launched at Tokyo Game Show. It's called My Dear Productions, starring Usuno Lapis, Nekomatsu Feli and Takunuki Saka Mamiris. Let's give them a big welcome to the VTuber community.
Welcome!
Welcome!
Yeah, I don't know much. I did read a post about this announcement. most of it was just like people saying they feel bad for the VTubers because I guess people are kind of not liking Konami with all their decisions with trying to get money with those mobile games and shit. You know, yeah. Instead of trying to do like some good Silent Hill games.
Right.
Even though I guess they finally announced some new Silent Hill games that seem like they're trying to go back to the roots. Hopefully those turn out well. But I mean, as far as their VTubers, you know, hopefully, you know, they're able to do well. I think that's most people's that's what most people are hoping for.
Let's all hope that they have a good working conditions, because
Yeah,
I
for
saw
sure.
their live stream and
You did?
it seems like their tech is a bit, you know, a little bit downgraded than
Oh,
the
really?
norm. Yeah, unlike
Yeah,
Hololive
I don't know
and Sanji.
what the track record is with like game company VTubers. Like I don't really know the track record of that, but I know there has been a couple of other ones released. But yeah, wish them the best. Next story.
Best. On to the next news, we have was it Centreas or Centrias?
Yeah, it's Antrea.
Centrea, alright. Well, basically, her new outfit debut and cover song, which been streamed yesterday, as you can see.
Yeah.
Her PJ outfit looks pretty cool while wearing a sweater and a fanny pack. You can take it off her, you know, that outfit and show her like, what's it called?
Her belly?
I
What?
guess,
I don't know.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Like, it's like a white
A wife
yellow.
beater?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. It's just a tip of my tongue. Can't remember. But anyway,
It's okay.
yeah, her outfit's pretty cool. I like it. It's like casual where you wear it at home.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
playing games and all that.
I too like it. The oversized sweater on a girl looks good to me.
And then, like, what's more funny was that what she's holding is a Dokitos chip bag,
Right.
aka Doritos.
Hashtag not sponsored. Girls
Hashtag
look
not
better in a
sponsored.
real striped sweater. Girls look better in a real tight sweater. Alright, what's next?
Next we have is Mume's 3D showcase showing fans her 3D model form along with a tour of her treehouse. And you know what's surprising? Gura was playing a little mini game of playing like Blue's Clues, or should I say Hootsies Footsies, of
Ugh.
finding clues.
What the heck was that? I didn't watch the stream.
Oh, you didn't? It's just
No.
that, you know, her little pet owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like Blue's Clues, but it, like, you know, the little
Oh.
owl footprints is like putting clues.
I see. That's I like it. That's neat.
I don't know what you were thinking.
I thought they were playing footsies. Like,
No.
wait, why is it saying footsies?
It says Hootsies. That's what it says.
Oh, I understand now. Yeah, I get it. Like the owls.
hoot,
Yeah,
foot.
the owl was like footprints, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was like something with Gura and Mume doing footsies somehow, like 3D footsies. Yeah, I don't know.
No, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did do that. That's why I was like, oh, it's just another thing Gura and Mume are doing.
Anyways, moving on. Mume also brought out 2 new songs that I listened to her on a stream called Call Your Name and Binary Star. Both of them are like pretty amazing to hear.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't checked it out yet.
Yourself.
Damn, alright, fine. You're
Yeah,
not gonna tell me
do
about
it.
it?
Go watch her live that you missed.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, so there was also Cronies last weekend, right?
Mhm.
And then I guess what's next? The 30th. is
Supposed to be Bays, right?
yeah, it's base, and then
Taco
the week
Bangs.
after that, on the October
Iris.
8th, it's Iris. That's pretty cool. The 3D showcases are always fun to watch. I just haven't had a lot of free time.
Do you know like her songs, like what she sings?
Hmm.
Like there's a theme going on, like dark or anguish. Is she going through like some kind of goth phase or something?
I don't know, but I know what you mean. But I think she just likes that kind of genre. I remember. Well, doesn't she have that meme with that weird, that weird creepy face?
You mean that wrathful
like
face?
that, yeah, that wrathful metal face.
Murder.
And then she might have. I feel like she did some kind of karaoke stream with like hard rock or metal
Oh yeah.
at some point. Yeah. So I'm not even surprised.
Oh,
But
let's
she
just
is an
hope that-
amazing singer.
Yeah. Let's hope that we won't feel her wrath, you know.
You're right. Although I'm sure her fans would like to feel her wrath.
And the last bits for Mumi's 3D showcase was she collabed singing with Toa, Koroni, and Polka, and the last bit is her merchandise. And
Oh,
you know what it is?
what?
It's a lantern.
Just a straight up like camping lantern?
I guess it's just a lantern, you like amnesia lantern that you like,
Yeah,
light
it's a
up,
lantern.
I guess.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
I guess if you ever go camping and you want to take Mume along with you, the closest you can do is a lantern. There you have it, Mume fans. Next story.
Next story is Usuda Pekora is gearing up for her first solo live concert on December 6th this year at the Ariake Arena.
Huh.
Surprise. Now, if you look at the image on Twitter or like right here at the thumbnail, you can see Pekora's innocent rabbit appearance. And you might think, oh, it's such a cute little bunny.
Yeah.
But let's be real, guys. We all know she's a war criminal in disguise. Don't let those fluffy ears fool you. She got pranks and chaos up her fluffy sleeves.
That goddess appearance is so deceiving.
Right?
What kind of concert is she trying to think? Is she trying to make people think that she's gonna do? Because we're not buying. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize she hadn't had a solo concert before this.
Yeah.
It feels like she's been, pretty active for some years now. I thought she had already had one, but I guess not.
Indeed.
Cool. Next story.
Cool. Last story we have here is Japan's new invoicing system that threatens to unmask the hidden identities of some of our favorite mangakas and VTubers is finally going to effect starting in October this year. Japan is set to implement a new invoicing system that would require artists, including mangakas, VTubers, and illustrators, to reveal their true identities. Yikes.
What?
Yeah, man. It seems like their personal information will be stored in a public database for all to see. Oh no,
That's bad.
that is bad in Japan. This has sent shivered down the spines of many who prefer to keep their fame separate from their real lives.
AKA
apparently-
almost all of us.
Yeah. All of this. I don't want to reveal my true identity. Maybe.
Cap is actually an alien in disguise.
How'd you know? But seriously, apparently Japan's Ministry of Finance isn't spilling the beans on the specifics of their system, and they seem rather nonchalant about it. And the public gaining access to this personal data and arguing about it, it's like they think it's not highly risky personal information. So they trying to say it's like, oh yeah, it's not personal, it's not risky enough to release to them, but it's not reassuring to the audience.
Right. I don't buy that. I don't buy that argument, because if there's already people that are able to dox so many creators and VTubers without them revealing their IRL stuff, right? Then just imagine what malicious people can do with some official information that is publicly going to be available. It's just, I don't see how this is going to have a good outcome.
Yeah, for their qualified invoice system, apparently it was supposed to help tax authorities keeping tabs on how businesses pay their contractors, like, Hololive or manga artists and all that. So now companies have to submit these qualified invoices to claim tax credits, and unfortunately contractors can use their stage names. Like One Punch Man has been concealing his or her name. Right.
Yeah, it's pretty common in the industry. Crazy. Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, I'm sure people are pissed.
Yeah, they're sure pissed off. And speaking of pissed off, people are, up in arms decrying the system for favoring big companies and disregarding individual rights. So freelancers are feeling the heat, being strongly encouraged to participate or face career repercussions.
Damn.
And there's even a consumption tax thrown into a mix, piling on the stress for those already in a high pressure field.
Yeah, and I thought like US tax crap was confusing, and I guess Japan's not far behind either.
So if you wanna rise up and don't want this to pass, the voice actor advocacy group Voition has sounded the alarm, and the website change.org petition has already garnered over 517,960 signatures.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, that speaks for itself.
The review of Japan. But the real victims here are the notable mangakas and VTubers who have expertly concealed their identities. I said, the author of One Punch Man, or the Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga artist. Oh, you better watch out, man.
Yeah.
Or maybe the VTubers who have carefully crafted personas to entertain their audiences without revealing their names. Now they're on the brink of exposure.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, I feel like that's something that's gonna affect for sure a lot of indie VTubers. In Japan. I don't know. I'm assuming big corporations must be planning some kind of workaround or something, since they're trying to start to take privacy issues more seriously. So I'm assuming they're gonna try to do something, but I mean, indie VTubers, they're just not gonna have the same resources. So yeah, I got a fear for that. And then, I mean, apparently it's gonna start this October, in a couple weeks. I don't know too many details on how the implementation is gonna go, or I guess how they're gonna enforce it, kind of thing, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens as time goes on.
Yes, we have to see what is gonna be held in the future.
Right, exactly. Yeah. All right, but moving on, our deep dive topic for today is about VTuber News Channels. That thing we're trying to do but sucking at? VTuber News Channels continue to grow in popularity, bringing in more creators and audiences alike, but they are not without issues. So what exactly are VTuber News Channels? Well, they're like your regular news outlets, but with a virtual twist. These content creators dive into the world of VTubers, discussing everything from graduations to X/Twitter drama. It's like TMZ, but with somehow even more controversy to cover. And VTuber News Channels have emerged as a popular source of information for fans, keeping us updated on VTuber events, scandals, and drama. And believe me, there's a lot of drama. It's like a Mexican telenovela, but with more cat ears. They've become the go-to place for fans to get their daily dose of VTuber happenings. Like taking a daily vitamin gummy, but you can't just have one, so you eat another, and before you realize you've eaten 20 and you're left with a stomachache. But it's not all virtual sunshine and rainbows in the VTuber news world. There are valid concerns about how these channels operate. One common criticism is the focus on drama-centric reporting. Because let's be honest, we're drawn to drama like moths to a flame, and let's admit it, it gets views. People like drama. When there's a car accident, we slow down when going by it. We don't want to miss out on that juicy gossip. We want to know. But there's only so much drama a person can take, and yet we VTuber news channels are constantly feeding this saturated hunger, only to be left feeling like that kid from Matilda forced to eat the entire chocolate cake. And this also leads to neglect of positive VTuber stories and achievements, and God knows we can all use some more positivity in our lives. There's also the issue of legitimacy, because let's be real, most of us are probably not professional journalists after all. And if real professional journalists struggle with ethics and standards, just imagine what a virtual anime character on the internet that covers stories about other virtual anime characters on the internet is gonna be like. Probably not gonna be trying to get primary sources to verify information. So are we gonna be digging deep for stories, or are we gonna be reacting to the latest controversy? It's important to have in mind how we as VTuber news channels present ourselves, because depending on how it's done, it can become easily misleading. Bias is also another factor on this, because if the goal and image is to present stories as facts, then neutrality should be a main focus. Honestly, the questions just pile on like toppings on a pizza. Are these channels reporting facts or merely sharing their opinions? Is it right to use clickbait or sensational headlines to boost views and engagement? Does pineapple belong on pizza? The answer is yes, pineapple belongs on pizza, and anyone who says otherwise hasn't tried it or is too stubborn to admit it. That is my biased answer as a VTuber news channel. So what can be done about these concerns? Well, emphasizing a balance between drama and positive stories is a start. And trust me, I get it. Balancing the informative and entertaining aspects of VTuber news is a tricky task. It's like trying to balance working full-time, finishing college, and trying to be a successful VTuber all at the same time. How do you stay sane, you ask? You don't, but you keep trying anyway. Of course, there are things we have to keep in perspective. Reporters seek out and deliver facts, right? And commentators interpret those facts. So just based on this statement, it's obvious that most VTuber news channels shouldn't really be considered journalists. But that's not to say that we shouldn't strive for integrity with, the news stories we present. We should just be transparent with our audience. If we're presenting information as our opinion, let's try not to mislead the audience into thinking otherwise, intentionally or not. And if you present information as fact without actually knowing, at one point or another, it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. I can tell you right now how we're running VTuber Weekly. We recap recent stories in the VTuber community as they're presented, comment on them with our shitty jokes, and then do a little bit of a deep dive into a VTuber topic that is completely my opinion. Sure, the stories themselves are factual as they are initially reported, and although we might strive to maintain some neutrality, our commentary is still gonna be littered with our own personal biases and beliefs, and we're not gonna try to hide or deny that. So it's really up to us as viewers to decide what amount of bias and what we consume is appropriate, if any. As creators, we definitely have a role to play as we decide what content we present and how, but at the end of the day, the audience's viewership and what creators they choose to support is what ultimately decides everything. In other words, if you like our show, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's my VTuber deep dive for this week. I wanted to talk about this topic a little bit because like this past week it just started coming up like a lot online, like in the VTuber community, the topic of VTuber news channels. And I think it's because of like some drama with some news channel, and I'm not really gonna get into that because that's not what we do here, you know. Yeah, but they got, you know, the community talking about it, which I think it's important, you know, to talk about things. And there was a lot of like criticisms, and I think a lot of it made sense, but I think I wanted to just kind of, I don't know, give my opinion on it, and here we are. So what do you think? What do you think, Cap? What are your thoughts on VTuber News Channels? That thing we're just starting off doing. It's a side project, but here we are.
Yeah, it's a side project. I mean, asses up and downs on the hill, you know.
Yeah, you know, I think it's good to have. Just like how there's news for other mediums, like in general, there's like news channels, or like, I mean, we call them news channels, right? Because they're presenting stories, but they're more like commentary, to be honest. What's his name? Philip DeFranco? Is that? Yeah, does he report like? He reports things, right? Like general YouTube stuff. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of YouTubers.
Sometimes anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's not no professional journalist. Let's be real here. But I understand the argument some people were saying about having integrity, and you know, I can't argue about having journalism integrity the same way professional journalists do, because we're just not professional journalists. But like I said, you still want to try to have like integrity. You just can't be like lying to people like, oh, here's this story, take it as gospel. You know. And the thing is, my thing is like, my belief is that if you do that, it's, you know, the truth is gonna come back out at some point. It's gonna come back to you at some point. And at the end of the day, like I mentioned, it's the audience that's gonna decide the outcome of the creator. Because if they see that you're not a trustworthy, you know, commentator or reporter, or the things you report on are just lies or things that just aren't good in general, then the idea is that they're not gonna support the person as much, and eventually they'll just stop, right? That's just my spill. You have anything to add?
Nothing, man. I'm new to this stuff.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, that's pretty much our show for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We yeah, pretty good little mix of stories. I don't know, like I know there's like quote unquote drama stories that technically we can cover, but I'd rather not like cover those too much, because at the end of the day, when you cover them, it's kind of giving a platform, you know, for the people that start the drama stuff. And sure, like a lot of them, maybe that's not their intention, but then there's a lot of other ones that probably see, oh, you know, if I start drama, I'm gonna get more attention, not just in general from having a backlash in the community, but even like freaking news shows are gonna be talking about it. You know, talking about what's going on, like clout things. Yeah, it's like trying to get clout. But that's a topic for another day, because that's more about VTuber drama, and that I have something coming up for that, for another deep dive. Because boy, VTubers, they love their drama.
Yeah, they sure do. I don't like that drama. It's too much stress.
yeah, usually when I see stuff like I get the whole thing that it definitely brings clicks and views, and we as people get curious about what's happening with this and that.
Clickbait.
But yeah, that's a topic for another day. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
See you guys next time. Bye bye.
Next time.